Hi, I'm Martin. I'm a stroke survivor and I suffer with aphasia.
And I'm Rich, and I'm a group facilitator and a carer.
We are from Torbay Stroke Survivors, which is part of the Stroke Network.
And we've been part of this group since Martin had his stroke in 2018.
From the start, we wanted something that would bring help and support to the lives of our members.
And particularly today, signposting is a huge part of what we do, and begins when members are referred to us, and this can come either via the NHS, the various websites, or more often than not, the Stroke Association coordinator.
We often find ourselves the first port of call. Our group has become an important element in helping others in a new post-stroke life.
One of the first things we do is signpost people to the benefit system through a connection with the local community hub. And this goes hand in hand with things like bus passes and even an organisation that will support with PIP and the filling out of benefit forms.
We make sure our carers are also connected with other organisation, Torbay Carers, so that they get the support they need as well.
Having said that, support here in the Bay is often a bit patchy, at least in the initial 6 weeks post-stroke. But it's often during that time that we are there to try and put essential things into place. As I'm sure many of you are aware, after a stroke, it can be terrifying to be back and try to adapt to the world around you. And we're trying to encourage and celebrate really even the smallest steps to the huge leaps that many of our members often make. Such things as moving from a wheelchair to a stick, or sometimes getting back behind the wheel again. We also seek to appreciate our members who see less progression in their stroke journey. Just because the stroke was perhaps decades ago, their determination and their courage is still significant.
When it comes to emotional support, the group offers friendship and a wealth of knowledge. We do have a social gathering and always begin each meeting on a Monday with an informal coffee meeting in the library cafe. The connection is part of the wider community where we support members to be part of the outside world, and the group can chat informally.
And they do. I'm privileged to be one of the more able-bodied people. So I set up the room upstairs for the meeting. And I often find that some of our members actually prefer the peace and quiet of upstairs. And it's during that time that I might have one-to-one chats with them. I find that people with aphasia often find this particularly helpful. And what I try to do is listen to people's interests and see if there's anything outside for them to continue with what they love.
We also have a WhatsApp group. Members include people from the NHS and our own community support coordinator, Catherine.
Yeah. Part of our job is to connect with those wider organisations. We have, for instance, a group called The Moorings who offer an informal chat service. However, we are also able to offer some staff training to those organisations so that we feel secure that when we're signposting people to them, they know how to respond to stroke survivors. And if people are struggling, we pass them on to organisations like the Samaritans and TalkWorks. We do know that we don't have the resources to be there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're lucky enough to work closely with the Royal Voluntary Service and the Stroke Association, who offer a chat service, and this really helps.
One of the important things we do is to signpost back to the local GPs to support our members in regaining physical movement. There is, for instance, a strength and balance class. I call it the Rubber Club. A free service run by the NHS for 12 weeks. 12-week stroke survivors can engage in exercise programs.
We signpost to the online stroke exercise groups, although we do find that many of our members have problems with technology, and Zoom meetings are not always the most effective, but
when it comes to technology, we encourage people to visit the dedicated stroke computer group, which offers support with things like mobile phones and getting online. The group meets regularly, and we do have members who are happy to support anyone struggling with tech one-to-one.
we work also with the community builders. They have a long list of groups that are available locally, and we aim to encourage members to re-engage with those things that they love. What we're not trying to do is create a stroke group that caters for every need that a survivor might have. Instead, we get people to engage with groups in the community that may already exist. And if training is required within that group, then we seek to provide it.
We also use the group as an arena for students and organisations to present new research and things that may support our members. We have the NHS providers who came and offered opportunities to work with them as volunteers in a steering group. We also had a visit from a local university who offered members a trial in a new type of computerised rehab.
We link with the fire service. It's so important that members can feel safe in their own homes.
We link with an organisation that helps to make homes more energy efficient. Again, a free service.
And then there's the peer support that's so important. So often if a member is struggling with something, we can at least let them know that they're not alone and how other members may be gaining help in that area.
Sometimes we just listen to people and how they are doing. Signposting isn't necessary in this case, but we give members time to speak and be heard without interruption.
Of course, we work with the mobility teams who offer advice about suitable disabled vehicles and mobility devices.
We signpost to the speech therapists and also monitored how people are doing.
We really aim to give our members a voice. If there is a problem, like recently there was a local difficulty with the prescriptions, and we were able to monitor it and offer to be a link with the local chemists. Luckily, it resolved itself fairly quickly.
We signposted people to the Stroke Association website, where quite often, and if the member cannot access it themselves, we do it for them. For instance, we recently made sure that some communication packages were sent out to several of our members.
Keeping the members up to date with what is happening in the world of stroke is also important to us. Being part of the network means that we do not have to keep reinventing the wheel.
The aim of our group is to be part of the wider community, not all things to all people. We don't want to start a social group, but we do want to make sure that the local social groups are equipped to support our members.
We've had things like yoga groups and Tai Chi, swimming classes, language therapy, and signposts everything from choirs to churches to down to the best place you can go if you need your feet looking at.
One of the biggest things we do is to encourage members to be with others. We signpost to a sense of belonging, not only to our little group, but to the wider society.
You see, we're often the first port of call for stroke survivors when they leave hospital, but we have to stress resources are extremely limited. We have a shortage of volunteers. In fact, we don't have any. So it is essential for us that we field the inquiries from our members and direct them to what is available.
We couldn't do it without the support of the Stroke Association, and we are grateful to all the teams who are always there for moral support and professional guidance. I can speak personally from personal experience that the stroke isn't the end, but it can be the start of a different adventure. We tried to lead by example, to make the initial connections and pave the way for our group members to have a better life post-stroke.
We believe that with working together with others, anything is possible. This recording is brought to you because, well, all being well, we should be in Greece. We've relied on being signposted ourselves by our travel agent, to the specialist team at the airport, and also signposted to a hotel that meets our needs. We're not afraid to ask, and I found that people are often really kind and helpful if you make your needs known to them. We really hope you have a wonderful conference.
Bye for now, and hoping to be able to join you for the question and answer session, Greek Wi-Fi permitting.
Bye for now.